Alabama, the heart of Dixie, where rich tradition meets a bold future. Today, we sit down with Dakarai Larriett, who's running for U.S. Senate in Alabama, and Teontee Loves, the music artist and social media sensation from Montgomery, as we explore the future of this incredible state.
Hey y'all, my name is Teontee Loves. I'm a music artist and model.
Hello everybody, I am Dakarai Larriett, candidate for United States Senate for the great state of Alabama, and today we're going to be talking gender expression and representation. So did you ever feel like the world tried to box you in because you're a feminine man that dates women?
Most definitely. Every day on social media, I just feel like I'm getting boxed in, but that's why I post my content to, let everybody know. I don't just do social media, I do music, I'm a model. Liking women is just not the only thing about me. I want to show the world different parts of me. I don't want to get boxed in. If I get boxed in, I feel like I would go insane because there's so many different parts of me. How do you feel about people trying to box you in as well?
Yeah, it's not fun because it doesn't allow the curiosity to take place and the opportunity to get to know and to ask questions and learn about the individual, because you've already defined who they are and what they are based upon maybe one superficial aspect. Yeah. I'm curious, how has your presentation impacted your art and your expression in other fields?
It inspired my art in a lot of many different ways. Like when I'm in the studio making music, I can actually talk about how I feel. I feel like I just have to express it in my art instead of me just blurting it out. It's very close to me. My art is very close to me.
And how do you think it makes you different from some of the rappers that we kind of know as mainstream?
Oh, wow. Just by my looks, I'm already different from every other rapper. Once you dive more into my story and who I am, there's only one Teontee. Right. So I'm already different, 1000%.
And now get ready for some fun. Teontee Loves is about to get Dakarai Larriett on his feet and teach him some awesome moves from his unreleased song, So T. Don't go anywhere, because right after this dance break, we'll jump back into our conversation with even more exciting questions.
So the song goes like, they finger tapping because they go right, that's so T. They finger tapping because they go right, that's so T. Now eat it up, go on eat it up. Now eat it up, go on eat it up. We'll probably be like this.
Okay.
And then I'll eat it up.
Okay.
Go eat it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, it's about to start. Here we go.
They finger tapping cause they go right, that's on T. They finger tapping cause they go right, that's on T. Now eat it up, gon' eat it up. Now eat it up, gon' eat it up. They finger tapping cause they go right, that's on T. They finger tapping cause they go right, that's on T. Now eat it up, gon' eat it up. Now eat it up, gon' eat it up.
Okay. It's weird, like showing.
It's fun.
So how do you feel like you're more different from other politicians?
Well, I think my life experience makes me approach problems with more creativity. For example, being a minority, being raised as a religious minority, for example, I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness in Alabama.
Oh, wow.
I'm always going to be super empathetic to minority groups. I know what it's like to have to constantly explain yourself, to be questioned, to be doubted.
Tell me about it.
Asked why you don't celebrate birthdays. So it has made me a stronger person.
Yeah, so do you feel like you had to hop out of that pattern of being a Jehovah's Witness?
Yes, I think really the transformation for me happened going to University of Alabama. And when I was there, I just realized how big the world is and all the different religions that exist. And it made me question if this truly was the only true religion. Yeah. And that's when I started to think maybe this isn't the only path forward and that I should explore other paths of faith.
How about you? That's very interesting. Well, I didn't grow up a Jehovah's Witness. My grandma was a Jehovah's Witness.
Really?
But
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your experience with your grandmother based upon her religion, which is very conservative, and your presentation?
Like I said, I wasn't really brought up in it, so I only saw glimpses of it, like all of the Jehovah Witnesses, Bibles, and pamphlets laying around. But I really didn't understand it. I didn't dive too much up in it. I do have something similar, like growing up in Alabama, how I was so different from all of the kids in school. They made it seem like I had to fit a certain standard to exist. And I always questioned it when I was younger, like why am I not like every other kid? Like, but as I got older, experienced friends, experienced other cities and different people and stuff, it really opened my mind up to make me think that, oh, there's so much other things I can do out here. I can be bigger than the standard that they tried to set me to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that brings back a memory growing up in Birmingham. My dad would take me to the barber shop and I would sit like you, like this. And I don't do it anymore because of the trauma of the whole thing. I would be told that I was sitting funny. And I remember one time we had a family meeting after we got home from the barber shop. And my dad basically called everybody together and asked me if I were gay because I crossed my legs at the barber shop. So, like, this is real
That's
and
crazy.
it's traumatic. I literally will not sit like this anymore at 43 years old because of, yeah.
I wish that parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles were more educated back then. I wish it wasn't like that. Like now, since we have these platforms and the world is more accepting now, we can actually like educate them. And from my side, I feel like, well, I know my dad and my mom is way, way more accepting. I'm proud to say that I do have supportive parents and grandparents. Like my dad, he like like the dance that we did. My dad was literally at my family's house for Father's Day, and he was telling everybody to dance. He was like, "Do it like this, do it like this," and I was like, "Yeah, that's support right there." Yeah,
So we've used this word many times, feminine. Really, what is it? Again, we're applying a label.
we're just being ourselves. Do you consider yourself like having feminine ways?
Sometimes. So I'm a graduate of Alabama School of Fine Arts. I was a dance major. So I use my hands. That's just natural for me. And I move in a different way than most, I would say, stereotypically straight men.
People apply femininity to women anyway. So I guess when we do it, it's still feminine. I guess that's the only label that we have besides being ourselves.
My experience growing up, and they've changed so much over that time, and I give them a lot of credit for it. Their concern was the expression was a hint of sexuality, and the sexuality, obviously within my faith, it didn't allow.
Are you saying like, since you did have some type of feminine ways, they are already assumed that you were
Exactly.
with people's personalities? You shouldn't just throw a sexuality on them based on how they act. Like that's just them being themselves. People shouldn't be so wrapped up into who someone is sleeping with. Like at the end of the day, it's not their business to go seek and find.
Times have changed. Imagine I grew up here in the 80s.
Oh wow, that's way different from today.
Right, exactly. So very, very different experience and sensibilities of people. So take your experience and move it back 20 years, right? It might have been very different for your
Yeah.
parents.
So they probably would have felt ashamed based on how other people feel.
It's possible. You know, it was a different time. So I remember, again, I grew up in the 80s and think about it, like AIDS crisis, which was associated with homosexuality. So it was a very negative thing, particularly in our part of the country. And I even remember we were in San Francisco when my dad was stationed in California. My mom was getting some surgery done. And to this day, we still talk about like, it was like people were zombies walking around San Francisco because of the AIDS
That's
crisis at
crazy.
the time. So I get why there was a lot of concern around that lifestyle, if you will, as people call it. But I'm happy that things have changed and that people are more open-minded about expression and sexuality.
I'm glad you brought that up because I have watched documentaries about like that era and how tragic and traumatic it was for the LGBT community. I just couldn't imagine like being a guy that has feminine ways in the 80s, and like people just automatically villainize me. That's insane. And I give a crown to all of the people that had to deal with that because they're strong. I feel like I'm not political, so I don't know the talk, the slang. So I feel like the political people should be more open. You're here for a good purpose. You're not here to do any damage, obviously. So why villainize you? Why villainize anybody for being themselves? Like, you're here to make a good change. You're here to make it possible for everyone to have rights.
And that's the goal. We've got to get more representation of all of us in office so that we can advocate in the right way. So, perfect example, as a younger Black person, not as young as you, but a younger Black person, I have been falsely arrested. That is a unique experience that I can take to office where I can advocate for police accountability and fairness in our criminal justice system. I've lived it. I've also been held up at gunpoint. I know what that experience is like. And so when you think about diversity and the importance of it, it transcends all different aspects of one's life.
That's crazy. And that's what you're here for, to advocate for that.
Yes.
And many other different things that are going to make a good change in the world. That means a lot. Like, I actually felt that. Like, it's like I felt your experiences from you saying it.
I've also been laid off. So I feel like I'm a real Alabamian. I know what it is to struggle. I
Yeah.
also know what it is to like bring myself up, start my own business. And I want to bring all those experiences to the Congress and represent real Alabamians every day.
You're definitely going to win. Like, I don't feel like there's anybody else that has this type of point of view.
Do you ever feel like your platform carries the weight of a whole community?
Since my platform has grown, I have to take it more seriously. I have to set an example for the people my age, the older people, the younger people, because kids are now looking up to me. I get DMs all the time from younger kids, and they're like, oh my God, you really inspire me to be myself, and I want to be like you, and I love your music. So I can't just get on the platform and just say anything I want to say. I'm a good person anyways, and not spread positivity. I'm just saying, for an example, like, I can't get on there just being a negative Nancy. So I feel like it's my job to hold up the community because they look up to me. My community is growing larger and larger every day, millions of views.
I love that post for Father's Day. That was really beautiful to see all the men in your family and some of the women, I believe, at the end supporting you. That's awesome. It's a great message.
I'm glad I showed that because it was really genuine. But after I posted it and it got millions of views, I realized the impact it was making. Like, I was literally breaking a stereotype in real time.
Yes.
And that really made me feel good after I realized it. And the comments, the controversy in the comments, how people were feeling, like, people were like, oh, he's really breaking the stereotype. Y'all really have to stop judging people based off their appearance and making it seem like they don't have support in their families. Like, and they were saying they were glad that I showed that side of me and showed my family.
And you think that you are ready for the scrutiny that comes as you get bigger and bigger?
I am. I mean, I feel like now and what I went through in the past is like a preparation for what's to come, because I feel like I wouldn't be going through it if it wasn't meant for it to happen to me in the future. I'm a warrior, and I'm quite sure there are many other warriors out there that have been through stuff. So since we've been through stuff, it gives us the strength to handle even bigger hurdles that we have to jump in the future. Yeah, not saying that there will be any hard hurdles that we have to jump in the future. Just saying, like, we were built to be able to handle things like the negative comments and the judgment. Did I answer that good?
I think so.
Okay.
And it's something I'm worried about too. Not in a debilitating way, but just preparing for it mentally. The more successful I get in this race, the more attacks that are going to come. And it's been very supportive so far because I'm not a threat. But what happens a year from now?
When you
year and a
get
half from
bigger,
now.
you're a threat. And people
Yeah.
are, I feel like people are so comfortable in their judgment that they don't open their mind. They can't open their mind to a broader thinking pattern. So, Dakari, let's be real. Politics hasn't always made space for folks like me. So, why now?
Yeah, it's time to change. It's time to bring everybody in under the tent, and that's why we reached out. So I think I saw one of your videos on Instagram, and I saw how active your fan base is, and some of your haters, and realized like there's something here. And you might have been standing in front of, I believe, maybe Montgomery area, maybe downtown, and I realized you were in Alabama. And I said, we've got to reach out and make a
I
connection.
think it was actually me at the park in downtown Birmingham.
That's what this campaign is about. It's about talking to everybody. And when I go to Democratic meetups, I don't see people who look like us. And I definitely don't see people your age. I typically am the youngest person. And if we're going to win this election, we have got to get everybody under the tent and we've got to listen to them.
So it's most definitely to make everybody feel comfortable and seen to go out to these rallies and go to the polls and be comfortable voting.
Yes.
Like feeling seen in those spaces. And I feel like that's really good, and you're doing a really great job by advocating for our community and this community out here in Alabama. And I feel like that's really going to make a huge impact. The world is not ready like they should be. And it's going to be a really amazing. And I just want to tell y'all, go vote for Dakarai 2026 Senate. Like, he's really out here advocating for everybody. You're watching right now. If you're from Alabama, he's out here advocating for you in real time. You seen what he was talking about right now. So I just want to let y'all know, please go vote for Dakarai 2026 Senate of Alabama. And you're going to see the amazing change. You're going to see how amazing your life is going to change once you vote for Dakarai. In 10 years, what kind of world do you want to exist for people like us in Alabama?
Yeah. I want to see a world where we are not reliant on federal programs like Medicaid and SNAP. I want to see Alabamians doing better for themselves with more economic opportunity, better education, and ultimately, that's going to be a virtuous cycle where we have an educated population that's healthy and then attracts the kind of businesses that pay their fair share into our economy. And then we're self-sustaining. So I am working so hard for that future. But in the meantime, we've got to fight hard to protect those who need those programs today.
Most definitely. People don't realize how many of Alabamians are out here struggling, how many homeless people there are, how many people are on Medicaid and food stamps and just need some good resources to actually survive and live a happy life. They're out here struggling. So I feel like that's definitely going to help with those type of situations.
What kind of future would you like to see in Alabama in the next 10 years?
The type of future I would like to see in Alabama in the next 10 years is I want Alabama to be more vibrant, because lately it has been looking kind of black and white. So I want the world to be very vibrant over the next 10 years. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to be themselves 100%. I want the homeless people off of the streets. I want them to actually get the help that they need, the resources, whether they want to go to school, whether they need a home. I want those resources to be provided to them, most definitely. And Dakarai, you're going to do that. I can already see it. It's going to be amazing. Go vote for Dakarai. I'm going to mention it again. 2026 Senate of Alabama. I really enjoyed talking to you and having this
Likewise.
conversation. It was very needed. And is there anything you want to say?
Thank you for the opportunity and to learn more about you. And, you know, I'm trying to meet every single Alabamian. It's going to be hard to meet all 5 million, but through you, I hope I can talk to maybe 1 million more Alabamians
Most definitely.
and understand what I can do for them when I represent them in the Senate.
They're going to see and they're going to be so happy once they vote for you. All right, see y'all later. Thank y'all for chatting.